Welcome back to another video. So I always like finding gems, and I don't know if you've realized, but SuiteDash seems to come out with new things all the time. If you don't know who I am, my name is Marie. I am one of the senseis here at SuiteDash, and today we're going to explore the new feature called Stacks. It's a hidden feature that is now underneath the content menu, and I believe it's available on all plans. I am not too certain. I did not check that out, but it just came up yesterday. And before we jump into it, they do have a live help doc. So let's read more about this first before just jumping into the live demo. A stack seems to be a reusable group of blocks that can be added to different areas of the platform. So pages, lessons, funnels, proposals, documents, and more. I always like when they say and more because that means that there's more to come. And from the baseline of it, it just really looks as if it's just a preset content block layout that you can customize and add accordingly. So it looks good so far. We're going to play around with it live, and then we're going to see exactly how it works. I think for the most part, this might be helpful for people who constantly are making the same type of layouts, or they want to just have a set layout for a different type of thing that they're doing, because there's a few different areas you can do this in. So you can do it in a general stack, you can do it in a portal stack, dashboards. So for me, we have a set dashboard that we always create, but there's no real layout. Like sometimes I get frustrated about how to create that layout, or a proposal stack or a document stack. So there's different ones here. We're going to try just a general stack. And what I also want to notate as well is that it looks very similar to the elements in a portal page and also a dashboard. So where I also saw that this was going to be taken upon like the use cases on these pages. So we're going to create one first, and we're going to see how it works. We're going to do tests, and of course you can see that Whirls is connected. I do have the lifetime Whirls, so I grabbed that when I could. And in the Whirls, you can actually select that too, but I'm just going to hit save here. So it looks like it doesn't, for the most part, have a lot of different settings to the right. It just has styling, which gives you the custom CSS, and then it has a preview, which gives you the preview of the blocks that you have set up. This is in a newer stage, so I'm sure they're doing a lot of edits because I'm not too sure if it's useful to see the background. And normally the background for you might be white, but I do have a custom background on mine, so it's a little bit harder to see, but you are just utilizing the layers that already exist. And my guess is that you're able to just use the widgets that are here, but because they're utilizing this universally, it may be different blocks that you have available in different locations. So let's just play around and see what we come up with. I'm gonna use some fun things here. So I'm just gonna put an image there. I'm going to put 2 columns. So you seem to have the ability to add elements, empty spaces, progress bars, charts. So it seems very familiar because you are used to these block widgets from a dashboard and things like that. I'm just going to hit save, and when you hit save, it always returns you back. This is the general stack, but let's see what the portal page stack looks like. And I might not go through all of these because obviously of time, but I just am curious to see if the widgets change. Yes, they do. So the widgets do change based on the actual module that you're selecting. So it would be helpful for you to know that, because on a portal page, you'd be able to add a reporting block, a checklist. So there's a lot more that you can add in addition to what you could have added on the general stack. So it would be a great place for you to just explore the different ones. Like, I'm interested to know what a sales page funnel stack will look like. So the widgets that they have here, you have that offer block, you have that checkout block. So it's taking all of the widgets from that section. So that's really good to know. Now, where and how you apply it would be obvious to me, but I'm going to kind of showcase it. So I created one for a portal page. And so I'm going to go ahead and just click on add new portal page. And I'm going to see on the right side, obviously, if there's going to be a new feature, or maybe it's not there yet. We'll see. Hmm. Wow. So if I click on the choose the type of row, I can actually click a pre-selected stack. It does also show though the general and the default portal page stack that I created. And I guess if I click this, it just adds in that layout that I created. Obviously, I didn't customize it, but you can create it from scratch, or you can just add the customization on the live page here. And I think this would be really, really great because when you are in the space of needing to just on a quick whim have something just laid out, you don't have to make it from scratch. I think this is also interesting because pressing refresh may refresh the stack based on any changes you make on that live edit, and then you can also change the stack as well. You do have the accessibility options, which means that you can customize it based on these different parameters, which is really fun. And it seems as if obviously you have the ability, oops, I gotta do all the fancy things at the bottom. You have the ability to make this custom. So you can, I guess, live. Oh, well, this is interesting to know too. So on this stack, when you're in the stack, you cannot edit the stack. So the stack seems to be hard coded. However, if you were to create different rows around it, it would be a new row that you can add. So stacks seem to be hard coded, but you can make changes on it in real time. So if I wanted to go back and I want to go to content and let's go back to stacks, I'm going to change this image on that top portal page one. And I'm sure they're going to add a background here. Oh, it wasn't this one that I did it on. Hold on. I think it was my general one that I did it on. Let's change this image to just me. And let's hit save. Save again. And we're gonna go back to that portal page. And so I don't think, oh, I was gonna say I don't think it refreshes in real time, but it actually does. So this is useful because when you are creating projects, or if you're creating, I would say really announcements, you can have a live announcement on that page that reflects, instead of having to go into that same, like if you have like a set stack on different portal pages, you don't have to go into the portal pages and make adjustments. You can just simply make the adjustment at the stack level, and then it will reflect in every other location. The only thing is, again, that you cannot edit this in real time. You can only adjust the stack. Um, but it does give you that flexibility to be able to know that you can still work around it and not have to worry about what the content is on here. That is really cool. And I did again see it on the dashboard level. So you can now create on the dashboard level that same option for stacks that's pre-styled. And so again, you will see the general here, and you have that same reflection, and then you can work around. Oh, but you can also add in it. That's weird. Or is that something that, again, they just released this, so it could be something that they're working in. I wonder if, now let's kind of play around with this. I'm going to add some random words here, right? I put it's undefined. And I wonder if I save this, if it also would save on that stack. Let's see. No. So you can add to the stack itself on that designated space. Let's see. And that be custom to, oh, nope, that didn't save at all. So you cannot add to that space. It looks like that was just something that happened, and maybe that's something that they're working on as well, but you can create around it. And you can't, because when I added in there, I thought that it was going to save, but essentially it doesn't save. So, duly noted. This is a new feature that I think will be very useful. I don't know if you are familiar with who I am and what I do, but if you are not, please come and take a look. We are a company that specializes in operations management as well as system implementation. We help support in marketing as well. But if you're here specifically for SuiteDash, I love supporting SuiteDash because SuiteDash is the best system that I've ever used for an all-in-one system. We help fixing any existing workflows, we create onboarding processes, and we build the entire SuiteDash system out. We've also supported a lot of tax and accounting professionals, and we do training, of course. All of our prices can be found on our website, and if you do need immediate support and you would like to schedule a demo, please feel free to do so. But we also have sprint tune-ups, which just means that we are able to set up and create a cleaner system with one of your processes that is already existing. So like for example, if you have a client onboarding process that just doesn't seem to connect, we can tune that up and fix that for you. Our onboarding building is definitely one of the popular ones as well, where we can support you with just focusing on your onboarding build out, and all your complete build outs are listed here as well. And then if you're not sure exactly what package you need, just schedule a demo. We are here, but we help tax professionals and we do training. I'm so excited to learn more about your business, and I hope that you do enjoy Stacks because it looks very fun to play around with. I'm very interested to know how it's going to work in your platform, but if you want us to implement it in your business, let us know. Thanks for watching.